practical ones and go deep. It's a very sharp question that you have asked, Shivani. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Why have you asked this question? Where is this question emerging from?
Basically, sir, whenever I interact with my colleagues or friends, so if they're working in different fields, so I have seen some of my friends who are starting, planning to start their business, but they are not because they have not come from the sales background or something, so they are quite hesitant to sell the products. So when I interact with them, they come up with such kind of philosophy where they say that sales is something which not everyone can do it. So that is why I thought I can, if I can get answer.
Why do you think that they are hesitant?
Because they have not done it before in their life.
So which basically means that they can learn, right?
Probably, yeah.
And most of the times the fear can be a friend. Fear can be a foe. Some people, it actually depends on your relationship with your fear. Some people go towards a downward spiral because of that fear. And some people, because of some fear, really grow. Most of the times when people say that sales is difficult, and one of the common ones that I have heard after interacting with almost 350 odd businesses in the last 4 years, most of the times people, depending on the kind of qualification that they have and the role that they have played, they label themselves. I am a technical guy. I am a customer care guy. I am a service guy, and stuff like that. And they start getting themselves attached to that story so much. I feel that most of the people are hesitant in entering into sales, or those who are hesitant are because there is a reality, harsh reality as far as sales is concerned, that there is a lot of rejection that happens. Yeah. And because of that fear of rejection, some people are hesitant. They don't feel the chemical imbalance is created when they are rejected. Because what they start doing is that instead of taking a calls rejection or a rejection on the video call, or a rejection on a WhatsApp, or somebody not picking up their call, when they are following up, they start taking it very personally. Because if you look at the way we are groomed, how many of us are actually trained on handling rejections in our life? And the younger generations are, I feel, this is my opinion, may or may not resonate with you, but they will find it all the more difficult because the excitement in their life is so much. The frames are so much, whether it is the mobile screen, whether it is the television screen, that they will find it very difficult unless and until they are handled well, they are groomed well. So, though I have lots of high regards for the younger generation, because I learn curiosity from them, which is a very important trait for being a sales guy. And let that curiosity be childlike. Fundamentally, what is sales? If it is a very beautiful process of influencing somebody to take a decision which is in his favor. And a successful sales call happens when you and the client has a clear understanding of the need, complete understanding of the need, and there is a mutual understanding in between the seller and the customer. And when you are helping a human being to take a decision which is mutually beneficial, how can that process be shallow? So that's my take on it. All the people who wants to become sales magnet, it's a learnable skill. Fact of the matter is, if your title says you are an area sales manager, or if your title says customer service manager, this is a skill which is a life skill. Fact of the matter is, most of the times we are influencing people through our thought process. And there are two ways to influence people. Either you influence by sharing information, or you influence by seeking information. And both are extremely important skills for being a great sales guy. Does that sound okay to you?
Absolutely, sir. Now onwards, if someone says such kind of statement to me, I'll be, I'll be able to confidently say that, sales is a
Absolutely.
skill which you'll be able to learn.
Absolutely. However,
Fine.
there are some personality traits which, if a human being is aware, then which is a very deep topic. I don't want to cover it today because this is a question-based discussion.
Sure.
That awareness of those personality traits helps. There was a time when people said that the people who can talk more are good sales guys. There was a time in the history of psychology when people said that those who are extroverts can be a great sales guy. But I know so many introvert friends who are extremely sharp sales guys. They open the call really well. They have the right intent. They have the heart and head at the right place. They ask the right set of questions, get inside the issue, solve them, and then build relationship, evolve relationship. They are far, far greater sales magnets than many extroverts that I've seen. So paradigms are changing. Also, a lot has to do with people who have written content and material in the field of sales training. A lot of people have made it a skill as if people think that the only set of people who are competitive, who are born, who are very competitive will be able to do that. But the psychology says it otherwise. These are learnable skills. If you are aware about those skills, if you are guided well, if you are trained well, if you are coached well, people can acquire. Some people can reach that path faster because of their dominant nature, and some people might find it difficult to acquire that skill. But if you are aware, then you can repair.
Sure, sir. So thank you so much for the answer. We have started getting questions from the participant. The first question we have from B. Anandan. So Anandan sir is asking that how can we build a strong sales team?
Can I talk to him so that I can understand the context?
Sure, sir. Sure.
Because I feel that prescription without diagnosis is malpractice. So I don't know which side of the bed Mr. Anandan has got up from today. So let me understand from him and then answer.
Yes, sir. We are adding him to the panelist list so that he can interact with you.
Yeah, you can give him permission to ask questions. Yes.
Yeah.
Possible? Is he connecting?
Yes, sir. I think he must be able to talk now.
I don't see him in the panelist.
Okay.
Do you want me to do that? You can make me a co-host and I can invite him. You need help?
Sure, sir.
You can make me a co-host and I will do the needful. Yes, you have done that. I think let me, Mr. Anandan, welcome. You can unmute yourself, Mr. Anandan, and ask your question.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Anandan, Director Technical from Base Electronics and Systems. I have already attended a Burning Desire course from SIL. I am coming from a technical background. I have an experience of running a business for 23 years, instrumentation business, but still I am struggling to build a very good sales team. So that is why I want to take your support, sir.
So can I ask what are the challenges that you're facing while building a team? So that I can be specific.
Sir, challenge is, yes, definitely, sir. The challenge is before the IT IT company was growing, we were able to get a quality persons with let us say reasonable pricing. But after IT company has emerged, we are able to get a very less person on a sales field, and also the remuneration which we have to spend on it was comparatively very high, sir. That is one thing. Secondly, the salesperson seldom be with the company for more than 2 years or something, because we are into instrumentation field where knowledge is very prompt and very essential. So I put a lot of efforts in training them. After getting a good grip and confidence level, they leave the company and join to the competitors or go to MNC, sir. Are you able to hear,
Yes,
sir?
I'm not only able
Some
to hear
problem,
you.
I think.
I'm not only able to hear you. I was actually reflecting on your question also. Can I answer now?
Yeah, 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 sure, sir. Sure. Yes, sir. I think video is also now on. Yes. Hi, sir.
But I'm getting a chance to see you as well. So
Yes, yes, yes.
first of all, thank you very much for joining in.
Thank you,
As
sir.
you have mentioned that you have already joined a program which Yogesh conducts called Burning Desire.
Yes.
So you are any which way a family member, a member of our community. So welcome into our community once again.
Thank you, sir.
Whenever we build an organization or a product with a name and not a brand name, it becomes very difficult for us to attract young talent. So those companies who have built a product with a name but not a brand name, they find it first difficult to even get their name registered in the young talent. That's a reality. The second point that I want to make is, in a country of 130 plus crore people, if we can't find talent, we have to look within.
Okay.
Because the bottlenecks are always at the top. There is something that's happening within our organization that people are not finding interesting enough to join our organization. Now, which has various components. I will highlight some components around it. Number one, as I told you, that let's say, take for example, if you have to, let's say, allow your daughter or son to post a resume in a company which is having a good brand name vis-a-vis a company whose website is not there, whose social media presence is not there, whose branding is not there, who does not have a proper HR function. Would you be comfortable in sending your kid there? Yes, no?
Definitely not, sir.
So these are the apprehensions which younger parents, the influencers in their college, and the younger generation goes through. Because you will realize that the people who are passing out from good colleges, they have their own thought process. They have a training and placement coordinator who is giving them choices. They have seniors who are their bosses who are giving them options. And they are also getting to know that where are they joining. So in one way or the other, in one form or the other, competition begins. Yes or no? And they would like to choose in the industrial economy, in the economy which emerged after we got independence and after we got a little amount of freedom in terms of what we have to choose, people had lesser choices. Today, a young college pass out has various choices. There are apps which are giving them opportunities. There is social media which is giving them opportunities. There are companies which are approaching this young talent. There are placement assistance which is provided at the time of their passing out colleges. So they have lots and lots of choices. And if we will continue to work in the manner that companies used to work in the industrial economy, we will find it difficult to attract the right talent. Yes or no? Then the third part
Yes,
is
sir. Sure.
right from designing our advertisement for calling those people to the kind of pre-screening process that we have in our company, to the kind of environment and office infrastructure that we have, to the kind of interview structure that we build, to the kind of culture that is there about the organization, to the kind of comfort that we give to our existing employees and the word of mouth that our company creates. From the hire to retire process, everything is a beautiful assembly line. And if all these processes are crafted with care, then it is easy to attract the right talent. I'm right now not talking about only the sales talent. I'm talking about any talent for that matter.
Okay.
Because sales is only one function. Okay. If entrepreneur does not have awareness about how to recruit and what are the possible sources, then he or she will have lesser choices. Yes or no? Today there are
Yes.
various apps which one can use, with the help of which you will be able to attract the right talent. But only calling them for an interview is only a good beginning. After that, they will get to know you. Small things, if I tell you, people do not know that if they are conducting an interview in a video call with a young talent, they are having lesser awareness, especially MSMEs are having lesser awareness about how are they groomed, what's the virtual background, how much lighting is there. All these things makes impression. Yes or no? And we want to build connection with people. All of these things, smaller things, are trust building activities. So I would say that in case if you intend to know, understand the full hire to retire process, there are multiple choices that you have. One, you can hire a person who understands this process. Second, there are many HR consultants who can help you organize that process. Third, right from recruitment to onboarding to joining to training to development to performance management, and the entire career piece is a science now. Take help from experts and then start onboarding people. And one belief that you should drop is that in smaller organization vis-a-vis bigger organization, both of them have separate set of challenges. Bigger set of organization has a challenge that there is a employee who might feel lost. In the smaller organization, you can provide that personal touch and care, which larger organizations might find it very difficult to do. So use that as a strength. Build your relationship. People do not remember any other thing except the way you take care of your employees. So whether it is Rajshri in our team, whether it is Shivani, whether it is Ganguly who's there on the call, whether it is Abhijit Devkar, we build relationships with people one conversation at a time. So it's a combination of many things, the question that you have asked in terms of how to hire people, and can't be answered in a very straight, simple fashion. But I think I would say hire to retire process, you need to look at within, and then start seeing what can be done in each of these areas. Yeah. Also identify which are the areas there is a genuine challenge. Once you map the process, which is the area which requires your attention, and then start slowly and gradually correcting that process. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Thank you for asking that question. Thank you for joining in.
Thank you, sir. And I asked some more questions also, sir, further.
Allow us to park you here in the parking lot, because there are some people who have already started writing to us. If we get a chance, I'll take the question.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm sorry, though I don't do that, but there are other people who are already in the queue. So my apologies for that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, sir, next question is from Kiran Kumar, sir. he's asking why most of the youngsters refuse to choose sales or marketing. So may I request to add Kiran Kumarji to
Kiran, please unmute, and this is a beautiful question.
Yeah, he has been added, sir.
Yeah. Very good afternoon, sir.
Please go ahead. Please ask your question. When you will ask it, I will understand the context. Otherwise, when I read the thing in the Zoom chat box, I only read content.
Okay. Actually, I'm an entrepreneur with a couple of startups, but I'm basically from engineering background. Worked for into engineering, into telecom, and embedded like that 3 to 4 years. After that, I came into recruitment. I take care of the recruitment for a couple of MNCs, actually. And I do have a couple of questions to you. When I get any of the requirement that to be floated in any portal or wherever I source the candidates, when it comes to sales and marketing, it takes a lot of time to find out the right person. And the major reason is that youth they themselves are refusing these sort of opportunities. What are the reasons, and how to make this in an easier way for my recruitment, and not only to me, any of the organization that's who are looking for sales and marketing part of this.
So Kiran, I'll be very straightforward with you.
Okay.
Your question is why they are not accepting the offers that you are making. There might be various reasons. Only you know it better. Because some people guessing on someone else's behalf on why they are not accepting your offer is a little difficult. But I'll generally share with you what are the possible reasons that people might be. What do you think are the possible reasons? Why are they saying no to you? Is it salary? Is it the role? What are the probable reasons you have heard that why they are not?
For example, if you take any of the sales part, when it comes to someone has to knock a door and show some of the product presentation or so, these people are not interested. Not only about the knocking door to door or any, when it is comes to meeting a customer, interacting with a customer, even if he is an unknown person. That is one thing. And the second thing is that basically these people are majorly looking for where they can where they can take care of the paperwork or back office work or like that. They'll be much interested. But when it comes to selling part, these people are not taking it as a passionate profession.
Yeah, I've understood what you're saying. So, in your statement in the last 1.5 minutes, you spoke about these people. Who are these people you're talking about?
People in the sense, if you take any of the MBA graduates and any of the engineering graduates, even if you have any product that we have to present and we have to show, the sales part, they are not interested. Only up to technical and what do you say, any other profession other than this. HR, they might be taking it. But the scenarios, when I have seen...
Kiran, you have got it all wrong completely. When people are not joining your organization, does not mean that people are not joining the organizations.
Okay.
If you look at data points.
And also target. Basically in sales part, marketing part, there will be targets. And most people will ask me, is there any target?
Yeah. Can I answer now, Kiran?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So 2 parts you said. When if you are facing a difficulty, that does not mean that people are finding it difficult. In our company, we have recruited so many salespeople from the same set of pool, which people find it difficult. Okay, we have to look within, Kiran, on what is the reason why people are not joining our organization. And then identify what is the specific thing that we need to resolve. Is it that our brand is not very attractive, that people are thinking that it's not worth joining this offer? Is it an issue of the way our HR people or representative talks to them? Is it the way the advertisements are designed? Is it the way the work is explained? Is it the title? Is it the salary? Is it the work culture? Is it the address of the office? Is it the locality of the office? What is the reason why these challenges are happening? I have seen best of companies having their offices in industrial area, finding it difficult to attract the young talent, because who wants to travel to 70 kilometers one way, go to a factory and then work from there? Yeah, because there are better choices available. There are alternate solutions available also. You can create an office which is the new age office at a very lesser price. There are multiple options available right now. Each one of these problems also has a solution. We need to identify, Kiran, what's the real reason in our company. When you generalize the statement, these people, that people, I have a strong advice to you. And that advice is generalization is a barrier to understanding. The data points does not suggest what you are saying, that people are not joining for the sales role. In any company, the maximum number of people joining for the role which brings in revenues in the sales function. In a manufacturing setup, obviously the numbers can reverse, where the manufacturing side, the processing side would be, there are three parts to any company. One part is demand generation, second part is demand processing, and third part is collection. Each one of these requires specialist. Understand, do a deep dive on what are the challenges that you're facing, and then that can be resolved. The second aspect you spoke about, target. Look at the process within on how are we communicating with them. How are we welcoming them? How are we creating our annual operating plan? How are we ensuring that we communicate the targets to them? How are the managers trained in terms of communicating their target? Because one thing you will agree with me, Kiran, that everyone joins in any organization for growth. If because of any reason they find that this place is not worth it and they don't see any future or any growth in that organization, they either decide not to join or they decide to leave, which I think any logical individual will do. It has nothing to do with sales function. Yeah, in any function that can happen. If the attrition level in your organization is as per the industry standard, that's fine. If your filtration rate of recruitment is as per the industry standard, it's fine. But if it is happening very high in your organization, there is something that you need to look within rather than looking outside. Yeah, and there can be, as I said to the last gentleman also, there could be multiple reasons of why a person is not joining or not staying in the organization. Yeah. Thank you for asking that question. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So next question is from Anil Kulkarni, sir. He's asking that I have been into FMCG sales for 26 years. I want to do something else now. So can you suggest something to him?
So let me ask, what does he want to do?
Yes. Anil sir, you can interact with sir.
Mr. Kulkarni, please go ahead. Instead of answering a question, I have a question for you.
Hello.
Yes, please ask your question.
You can hear me? Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, Dr. Akshay, first, good afternoon. I've been into sales for almost around 26 years now. I've been into FMCG right from Nirma a very long time back. Last 15, 17 years, I have been into frozen industry. I think you're based out of Pune. I was with a company called Venky's from Pune.
I'm based out of Gurgaon, sir.
Gurgaon, is that okay?
I'm in Gurgaon right now, yes.
Okay, fantastic. That's one place I haven't seen. Okay. And now it's been almost around 26 years. I'm now nearing 58. Now I want to get into something else other than the month-end pressure. I'm not able to take it anymore now. So I just wanted some kind of a path with whatever experience that I do have now. I've just started blogging on a website. I've written some 70, 80 blogs. But apart from that, anything else that if you could?
You want to do it as a hobby or you want to choose a profession?
I want to take it as a profession. Take something as a profession.
What's the business idea that you have, which makes it comfortable for you?
Really, nothing is get. I've read something about e-commerce. Then with the kind of big money bags into the industry, I think a small fry wouldn't sustain for a long period of time. So I'm in a quandary right now. What should I?
There are 2-3 routes that you can take. One, ask yourself. So there are 4 faculties that can help you in answering that question.
Yeah.
First faculty is called observation.
Yeah.
Observe people and see what resonates with you. Which profession resonates with you.
What excites me? Okay.
What excites you, what resonates with you. Okay. The second faculty that can help you tomorrow morning is called meditation. Sit back and reflect and ask yourself a simple question: who do you really want to be? Okay. Third is reflection. Reflection means that you look at your strengths, look at the weaknesses, look at the opportunities.
SWOT analysis.
I would not say SWOT, but look at the strength, weaknesses, and opportunities.
Okay.
In case, if you want to do further analysis, take help from an HR expert and get a psychometric test done for yourself.
Okay.
A good psychometric test might cost you 7,000-8,000 rupees. Get your full personality assessment done and understand what are your strengths. You can get in touch with a career counselor. There are a lot of people who are helping. There are a lot of coaches who are helping in mid-term career transition. There are career transition coaches which are there in the market who can understand where you are, understand your current state of capabilities, understand the desired state that you have, draw a line how you can move from current state to desired state. If there is a skill that needs to be developed, they can assist you in guiding you the path, how it can be developed, so that you can start a fresh journey. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Sorry, I told you about 4. I've only told you about. So one is observation. Second is I called meditation. Third is called reflection, and there is a 4th friend also.
Okay.
That 4th friend is contemplate.
Contemplation, yeah.
Talk to those people who have done similar work, who have been into sales and transitioned successfully. These are the 4 friends. 5th friend is me. I have also I have transitioned into various roles. Okay, I started my career as a businessman, did work for hardware, networking, software. Then I got into selling of software. Then I got into selling of education. Then I got into telecom industry. Then I got into education industry. Then I got into working in a company which is, the company sold the idea to a Singapore-based venture capitalist. Then I went to Africa. Then I came back and started my own consulting company, started my own event management company, and I have started investing in a few companies also. Okay. So I've played these roles. Everyone's choice is very unique to themselves.
Yeah.
Now, there are various factors that I need to scan. Your financial reserves,
capabilities,
your strengths right now. But the most fundamental need is your desire within.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you have a very innate, strong, and killing desire to achieve something, I want to tell you in front of everyone on the screen that you or any one of us are an unstoppable force of nature. All the blockages that you have, of whether I should do this or not. Life is risk worth taking, but I'm saying it with a caveat that look at other aspects also, the strengths, the weaknesses, the financial condition, and then take a call. But if you have got an innate desire within, all of these things will take a backseat and you will find your way. 4 friends, repeating and summarizing: observation, reflection, meditation, contemplation, and take help from an expert who's a career transition coach. They should be able to guide you on what needs to be done. I can give you one gift, which is that I wish you all the best, Anilji. Stay in touch with our community. We do a lot of learning sessions. If our learning sessions can motivate you to find out a path, we will be more than happy to guide you. My friend Yogesh runs a program called Burning Desire. If you want, you can take inputs from our any of the managers of customer experience, talk to them and attend that program also. That might open up a lot of areas for you to create a new desire in yourself.
Okay.
That's at the end, I'm doing a little bit of selling to you.
Yeah.
But I would say that you will realize that the money that you will spend is worth it. If you are searching deep within on what should be your next launch or how to kickstart your piece again, that program should help you in finding out a lot of answers.
Can I take a minute?
Yes, if you can take a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. 1 minute. I just, after all these discussions that we had just now, I'm just thinking, could a short, a day or a 2-day webinar on how to sell, how to become a good salesman, that kind of a workshop?
I run a program called Sales Magnet. It is a never-ending program. I don't believe in 1 or 2 hours or 1 or 2 days.
Okay.
Because learning sales is a journey. It's a process, not an event. The people who you have more experience than me. You said 26 years. I only have got 24 years of professional experience. You are my senior in that. So let me ask you a simple fundamental question. Most of the times, the sales trainings that we had attended has become a menu and the venue game. हमें चिकन ज्यादा याद रहता था, लेकिन ट्रेनर का नाम नहीं याद रहता था. खाना याद रहता था, साइट पर होता था, उसका याद रहता था. इसीलिए हमने जो प्रोग्राम क्रिएट किया है वो नेवर एंडिंग है. हम पहले 10 डे का एक प्रोग्राम करते हैं, 2 आवर्स का, 20 आवर्स का, और उसको करने के बाद हर संडे को उस कम्युनिटी से लगातार मिलते रहते हैं लाइफ लॉन्ग.
Okay.
1 hour से कुछ होगा नहीं. It's a commitment that one needs to make to continue learning about sales and marketing. Because when you learn sales and marketing, and when people are learning sales and marketing today, the difference in the curriculum is so much that youngsters will beat us hands down if we don't improve ourselves.
Correct.
Yeah. So this is one life skill, sales, which is a never-ending journey. If you are interested in knowing about that, you can get in touch with any of our customer experience people in our team, and they would be able to share the brochure with you and guide you on if you would like to attend that program.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I'll do that. Thank you.
And you're looking cool.
Kulkarni. Surname is Kulkarni.
I'm saying Kulkarni is looking cool today.
Thank you.
उनके नाम में ही cool है सर.
इसलिए तो मैं कह रहा हूँ Kulkarni is looking cool.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Pleasure meeting.
Thank you
for asking that.
Yeah. Thank you. Take care.
Yes, sir. So next question we have from Sunil Shirsat. Basically, this is a kind of interesting question which any salesperson or business owner would like to know. He's asking that what is the best idea to increase sales in short term?
Can I talk to him?
Yeah, sure, sir. I think he's not in the session right now. So
let me address that question. So a lot of people ask me this question that give me this tip, that tip. 1 tip, 2 tip, 100 tip, 50 tip, and all of that. From the time that I was not born till the time today, easy has been the best marketing hook of all times. Whether it is the 2-minute noodle, or whether it is a massage, or whether it is a book which talks about 101 closing techniques, or there are some coaches who have come into the market who says that if you attend their one webinar or 1 hour webinar, your business will become 10x. Easy has been the biggest marketing hook of all times. Now, we are at School of Inspirational Leadership. We are not from that school of thought. I think we know that the movement from current state to desired state takes a lot of time. And whatever is required to make it happen requires consistency, persistency, and frequency. So if you are looking for shortcuts, there are books available. If you're looking for shortcuts, I think you need to be specific. If I know that answer, I'll be able to share that. If you're looking for a transition or a transformation, then this is the right school for you, which is School of Inspirational Leadership. So that would be my answer. That we are not selling 2 minutes.
So Sushil sir has joined. Sunil sir has joined. सुनील जी क्या आप आपको अनम्यूट करके एक बार इंटरेक्ट कर सकते हैं सर से? मैंने ऑलरेडी सर को क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया है आपका.
सुनील जी ना बिना अनम्यूट करे बात कर रहे हैं. आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही सुनील जी. तो आप अपना माइक चेक करिए, उसके बाद दोबारा क्वेश्चन पूछिए. In the meanwhile, Rajshri, please take another question. If we get a chance to talk,
sure,
we'll try again.
Sure.
7 more minutes. I have a call at 5 o'clock, so maybe the last 3 questions.
Sir, I think Vikas Kumar जी ने hand raise किया है, तो हम उनको opportunity देते हैं. वो आपसे.
These are student of batch number 31, so let me talk to Vikas.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Please go ahead. What's the question?
No, I just logged in to see, you have been so instrumental in answering all the questions spontaneously. I wanted to just see your spontaneity and take wisdom as well as energy from you. That's why I joined.
I heard that we are meeting on Monday.
Yeah, yes, we are.
I look forward to doing that.
Perfect. In the meanwhile, since you have given me an opportunity, let me ask you a question, sir.
Please go ahead, Vikas.
When people say short-term sales, although you have already very well answered that, you are not into short-term sales is nothing. It's just a gimmick. Maybe at times people, just a small request, sorry if you don't mind, because I have been a student of yours, so I really can't be, be offending you, but maybe if you can give some tips, because yes, many people are looking for immediate responses, immediate results. Yes, there are some things, if you can, with your experience, give few things, maybe it's a client persona or maybe on a closing, there's a few things that will certainly address their queries. It's a kind of question.
So on one side, though I answered that question, but fact of the matter is that there is a difference between strategy and tactics.
Yeah.
Okay? Yes, there are tactical victories that we can have. But yes, for that, we need to be very specific about what do we really want to do.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, the best of my ability, even if I choose 2, 3, 5, 7, 9 steps, how does it make a difference for every human? Because it will not apply to everyone.
Kind of.
It is important that we identify what the challenge is and what could be the shorter method to reach there, I can guide. So let's say you spoke about buyer persona, correct?
Yeah.
Now let me take that question. I can give you a tool with the help of which we will be able to build a buyer persona. Just be online.
Sure.
I'm just picking up what you used as a word. So let me identify whether. Now, when we talk about buyer persona, I usually ask people to ask themselves 16 questions.
Mhm.
And those 16 questions are: consider naming your buyer persona with their industry in mind.
Mhm.
Identifying how old are they.
Mhm.
Identifying what is the highest degree or level of school or your persona has completed. What industry do they work in? What's the size of their organization? What's their job title? How's their job measured? Who do they report to? What are their goals and objectives? What are their biggest challenges? What are their job responsibilities? How do they prefer to communicate with vendors and other businesses? How do they gain information for their job? And what social networks do they belong to? So once we do this level of deep exercise, we will be able to identify what is the right buyer persona for a particular company. Now, no matter how much you want to compress this, but fact of the matter is you will still have to go through this rigorous exercise once of answering these 16 and many more such questions to be able to identify buyer persona. So I don't know what is the shorter recipe for sales success.
No, sir, there is no. I just wanted to, address a couple of people who are really in need. And I know even by saying buyer persona, that's not just an easy task. You have elaborated 16. Maybe if they go deep, there will be many more.
Correct.
Let's get into it.
Correct. And everyone, we are all unique as our thumbprint.
Absolutely.
So whichever aspect that we pick up, whether it is suspecting, whether it is prospecting, whether it is interacting with the client, whether it is negotiation, whether it is closure, whether it is getting an order, whether it is evolving relationship, whether it is getting reference, each of these steps has sub-steps and there is a blueprint. Yes, the blueprints can be shared, but for that, a person needs to invest time, a person needs to invest energy, and the person, at least in case of me, the person needs to invest money to be able to get that. There are no free lunches, Vikas, for that.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I just happened to hear the conversation, so I thought let me just guide for some of the people.
But definitely, I'm looking forward for a cup of coffee on Monday.
Absolutely, sir. Same here. Thank you.
I will reach out and share the place.
Perfect. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
That's about it. Rajshri, is there anything else that I need to address? Any other last question I can take before I sign off?
Yes, I think,
one,
sir.
As they say, one for the road.
Sir, I think Anandan sir had asked one question which can benefit everyone. He was asking that how can we motivate our sales team?
I will disappoint by answering this question again. So motivation for me is action. And you can't take action on someone else's behalf. So I feel that for motivating our team members, there are various components. But the fabric of all these components, whether you call it welcoming them into the organization, whether it is onboarding them, whether it is giving them the confidence through providing them knowledge about the company, product, competition, and market, whether it is training them, whether it is hand-holding them in their difficult times, whether it is having lovely conversations over a cup of tea, whether it is creating a sales incentive structure for them, whether it is taking them out for outings. I feel that the fabric is care. if the leader, so let me ask you a question. Are you married, Akshay?
No, sir, not it.
You're not. You are I feel jealous. So there are people who can smile on that. So those who are happy bachelors, they can smile on that. But let's say, take for example, if you look at parenting, I have a 9-year-old son. At any given point in time, you can actually say that today I'm not going to do parenting.
No.
It's a role that you continue doing.
Correct.
So when you become an entrepreneur or you become a business leader and you acquire a leadership position, can you say that you will stop doing leadership?
Absolutely not, sir.
So how can one define motivation? It is important that we continue playing that role. Now, at times, motivation can come from listening to somebody. At times, motivation can come from influencing somebody on the right path. At times, the motivation can come because you were the last person to speak. At times, the motivation comes from a little pat on the back. At times, motivation comes from because the person recognized that you're looking good today. At times, motivation comes from because your sales manager was there when you were about to lose that sales call. At times, motivation can come from one lead provided by the manager. At times, motivation can come from an idea that can change your complete sales funnel. At times, motivation can come from where the manager has provided a positioning call to close a large order. Okay, but in all of this, what is common? Love is common, openness is common, trust is common, understanding is common, and care is common. These are the 5 components which decides the fabric of being a good leader. And if this is not there and the intent is not, the heart and intent is not at the right place, all these motivational books which are written can help you raise awareness, but ultimately when you go and implement that, the people will boil down to the simple fact whether you have understood them completely or not. Yeah. You can continue to learn tricks of accentuating positives and identifying and praising. But if I'm praising somebody and my intent is looking artificial or it is looking plastic, does that motivate anyone? I am absolutely against those practices of clapping on people's birthday at the end of the month when you really don't mean it. I've seen managers coming in those birthday for clapping, and during those 5 minutes also they are talking to somebody and abusing somebody. So fact of the matter is, small things that you do for your people, eyes are watching you in your organization, and if you do it well consistently, if you do it well persistently, if you do it frequently, then people understand that you have got the right intention at the pace. Otherwise, motivation looks good in books. Parenting, leadership, and motivation are tasks that you can't say that I'm not on duty today. If my son comes from school and I, as a parent, decide that no, I'm not in a parenting mood today, I will not listen to you. Why are you trying? Or if he has got hurt, I'm not there to listen to you. And the same rule applies for a leader or a manager also. We need to play that role 24/7, and we need to continue influencing our people from whichever way it is possible. So that's my take on that. I don't teach. My answers may look a little different because I'm not sharing things from the books which are found at the airport. I understand the challenges of MSMEs. I have personally spoken to 350 business owners. I have heard them continuously. I still hear them every day. Which side of the bed they are getting up, I get to know when they say hello to me. So I'm operating from that paradigm. But people get fascinated because when you're a small company, we have got an advantage. We have worked in large companies, we have worked in smaller companies. And we know where these desires are coming from, of motivation, of leadership, of performance management system. Ultimately, it's a journey of a human being. If you will improve yourself, if you will invest in yourself, if you will become a great leader, people will follow you. Yes, I'm not demeaning the importance of these practices. I'm not demeaning learning about these practices. It is good to learn. But fact of the matter is, people will weigh or give more weightage on how much you care about them.
Agree, sir. Fine. Thank you so.
To wrap up this chapter, Charcha.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for your knowledge. It is always an enriching experience. It's always a good learning experience for all of us. I hope the participants of the today's session have got their answers, and we are looking forward to associate with them. Thank you so much, sir.
Can I also share with them about our next 30-second batch that we are starting?
Sure, sir.
Let me quickly share. So, if you are one of those people who is an entrepreneur, who is a business leader, whose title, who let's say are looking forward for guidance around lead generation, you want to understand about the sales process, you are struggling with managing your time, you want to create titles for your sales pitches, you want to understand how value proposition statements are made, you want to understand how an entry strategy is made for lead generation, you want to understand the 7 musts of marketing, if you want to learn how to build a process manual for your organization, if you want to learn the skill of influencing other people, then we are starting our 30-second batch of Sales Magnet program. And this is a 10-day journey where people will get to know, along with fellow colleagues for 2 hours each, 20 hours of live content. The beauty of this journey and community is that it is a never-ending journey. Most of the time we learn from somebody, but we don't even remember the trainer's name. Here I will continue to serve you, support you every Sunday from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. and continue to check with you, provided you are also equally committed to invest your time and energy every Sunday from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And continue to coach you for the rest of your life. If you are interested, if you like the way I teach and talk, and if you want to hire me as a coach for life, the price that you need to pay for getting coached by me is 9,999 rupees plus GST. And I will charge it once, but I will continue to serve you for the rest of your life. Okay. In case I die, the videos will continue to serve you. Okay. God bless each one of you. It was a lovely coffee that I had. Though I said chai pe charcha, I cheated. I was having a cup of coffee. Thank you very much. And Rajshri, it has been very kind that your fellow colleague was not there. You took over that position, and it was lovely and a pleasure talking to you. God bless you. Keep smiling. You were extremely confident. You were doing a great job as an anchor, and I look forward to seeing you.
I got the confidence from you, sir. Thank you so much for making it easier for me. And thank you so much to all the participants for joining in. And the details of the programs are mentioned in the chat box. If you have any queries, any questions, you can connect with us. You can contact the counselors. Thank you so much, all. Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
within 24 hours from the breakdown. Afterwards, in 1998, we have started retrofitting and reconditioning machines with CNC controllers, and both of us are not having a business background. This is first generation business, so their resources are also limited, and we don't have any financial support. And in 2002 we get one opportunity from HEG Bhopal, and we have completed that project, and it was a benchmark project for us. In 2007 we have started for Siemens drives, motor, motion controllers, distribution and projects in CNC. Basically we were growing for last 20 years, but the growth was not sufficient. We were not happy with our growth, and in that phase we come to know that SIL is governing some program for entrepreneurs in and around Pune for development of their businesses. So we have decided to join SIL, and the very important session for us was the Burning Desire session, which was held in Mahabaleshwar for 3 days. At that session we got our vision, mission statement, and our goal. We have decided our short-term goals and long-term goals, and now this year also we are growing, and our total business philosophy, looking at various perspectives, has totally changed, and we think we are now on the right track, and we will grow faster and faster, and we will achieve our goals shortly.
You are unique, you are passionate. SIL salutes the rigor and dream within you. We promise to be a strong catalyst in your life.